Despite the impressive win over the Cowboys in the season finale, the time has come for the Commanders. The year is over. It's time to pack it in and head out.
10 o'clock.
It was bittersweet that you're clean out your locker because that means your season's done. You know what I mean? That means you're not in the playoffs, and we all start the season with that goal in mind, and we just didn't get that done. But, you know, this is a time you kind of get to say your goodbyes.
I wouldn't see it as a day, you know, to be sad. I see it as a day to celebrate, man, what we did this year.
It sucks, you know. This is it's bittersweet. You know, guys get a chance to go home and rest their bodies, recover. But you got to be a pro. That's what I tell the young guys all the time, man. Like, no matter what.
Optimistic because I know what we got in this room. Frustrated because I know what we got in this room and we should be in the dance. You know, it sucks to have this day come as early as it has, but I think it'll push us through the offseason into next year.
The Commanders finished the season 8-8-1, and there were highlights, but there were certainly lowlights, and a late season collapse cost them a playoff berth. Makes you think, what could have been?
There's countless amount of plays out there that either left behind or not really capitalized. So, I mean, we're that close to being that team.
We say that every week, like, oh, dang, we just be that close.
I feel like if we execute and score in the red zone, our defense is going to play good as anybody in this league. So we able to get them that lead, I feel like we'll beat a lot of teams.
You know, when that Philly game, when we won in Philadelphia, I feel like that was our identity. We started getting on the winning streak after that. And, you know, at times we got away from that.
Memories of this whole entire season, you know, what teams we were able to beat and stuff like that. That's the little things that you cherish, especially when you don't make it into the playoffs. You know, you get to sit back and check out everything that happens.
How did you think Scott Turner did as offensive coordinator this year?
I think Scott did his job, did the things that he tried to do, and, you know, we're going to self-evaluate and go through that process.
It's no surprise that Ron Rivera had a major shakeup in his organization by getting rid of offensive coordinator Scott Turner. The numbers back it up. This season, the Commanders ranked 24th in points scored. They averaged fewer than 19 points per game, and with a defense that ranks in the top 10 in most statistical categories and in the top 5 in a few, the offense has to be able to pick up more slack. I think if the offense could have scored more, this was a playoff team. Now, you can argue not all of the blame belongs on Scott Turner. You've got a team that started 3 quarterbacks this season and an offensive line that woefully underperformed. But at the same time, in Turner's 3 years as the play caller in Washington, the results simply haven't been there. In a statement from Commanders head coach Ron Rivera about the removal of Scott Turner as offensive coordinator, Rivera said, "Unfortunately, we did not live up to the expectations and standard that I expected to see from our offensive unit. I felt it was best for a fresh start at the coordinator position heading into next year. I have a tremendous amount of respect for Scott and thanked him for his 3 years of service to our organization. I wish Scott and his family all the best in the future."